Evan and I are out at one of the big neighborhood garage sales that happens every year. Hello, Evan. He's so excited to be out with Dad on camera. And we just stopped at our first stop, and because most places aren't set up, we're here about 30 minutes before start time at 9. And there's some Callaway golf clubs, 3 of them, drivers for free. I was like, really? They're free? I don't even know what they're worth totally. It looks like maybe 40 bucks for 2 of them together, and then maybe another 40 for the other one. I'll find out. And then there was a Canon EOS digital camera for 10. I know those can go for 60 or 70, I think. I didn't look it up because it's, you know, I always feel rude looking up pricing right in front of the person while they're standing there. She's like, yeah, we haven't used it in a long time, 10 years. And I'm just like, I'm gonna take a chance and pick it up. So I'll figure out what it looks like here shortly. So now we're trying to figure out where the next place to go is, and our strategy is we go deep in the neighborhood because we feel like everybody else that's trickling in is going to go to the sales at the front and get stopped, and it'll take a while for people to work to the back. And so we're going deeper to start with because that worked well last year. We found good stuff in the first hour, and so far, first stop, found some nice stuff. Let's go to the next place. All right, our second stop, and I bought some stuff I've never ever bought for reselling before, but I know that they can be worth money. I bought 34 fishing lures, crankbaits. They're all crankbaits, all in this box here. And I just bought them straight up, not really knowing if they're worth anything, because fishing, I know that crankbaits can be expensive. So they were 34 for all of them. There was $2 a piece. I offered them 25 and they took it. I think I can make some money on this, just knowing what I know about crankbaits, even though I haven't looked it up, but time will tell. I'm going to a different sale. We've pulled over again, and Evan's going to another one because he was getting mad that I found things at both stops and he's found nothing. So to keep us from competing against each other, he's going to go to one house. I'm going to go to this house right here. So let's go. So that one was a bust. Evan, yours a bust too, right?
Yep.
What was the deal? They had a KitchenAid mixer, but it was 200 used. That's what they go for new. But where I went, they were selling donuts, $2 for a donut. So on to the next thing. Okay, so something really funny just happened. There's like 4 of these things, whatever they are, sitting on the table. I'm looking at them, Evan's looking at them. We're like, are these worth anything? And Evan's finally like recognizes them. He's like, oh my gosh, I think these are worth some money. And I'm like, well, they're only $3. We just get them. And before we could pick up the 4th one on the table, this woman comes up and she goes, oh, I love toys. She grabs it. She goes, I'm gonna buy this. And Evan's becoming more and more convinced that they're worth something. So he's like, oh, we need to get these. And I'm like, shoot, we got 3 out of the 4. And as we're walking to pay, the woman's behind us. She's like, I just love these so much. And I just goofing around. I turn around to her and I say, hey, look, it's $3, right? She's like, yeah. I said, I'll give you 5 right now. You can make a quick $2. And she was like, I what? Do you want this? And I'm like, well, I was just messing with you. She's like, oh, here, you can have it. It like freaked her out that I did that. And so now we got all 4 of them. So we still don't know if they're worth anything though, because there's no signal here. So we're going to have to go where we can get a signal and see if they're really worth something, to see if Evan is correct in his assessment or if we just paid $12 for duds. On to the next thing. So I didn't find anything here, but Evan was onto something, I think, that he was excited about. He had to come get some cash from me because the ATM machine wouldn't give him cash this morning for whatever reason. So he's very excited. I think it's a vent, a Broan vent. Ev, what did you just grab?
I actually don't know.
You don't know?
No.
What'd you pay for? What is it? It's a Broan vent, right?
Yeah, it's some sort of Broan heat or something.
Okay, it's a Broan vent. What'd you pay?
15, and it goes, if it's actually new, like I think it is, it goes for about 140 free shipping.
Okay. You feel better now? That's your first item you found?
Yeah.
Okay. So now Evan is okay. So the world is at peace. So on to the next stop. So right now Evan is really stressing out at our next stop. There's this old vintage embroidery. I don't floss, what do you call it? Yarn, I don't know. And he thinks it's worth maybe 40 bucks for all of them, but he can't get a full signal, and he's like stressed. He doesn't really know what they're worth. So I just told him, you just have to make the call without complete information, son. So he's walking back over there, looking at him again. I don't know what he's going to decide to do.
It's vintage, brand new thread.
Vintage, brand new thread.
Yeah.
And you think it's worth what?
Maybe 8 of them were listed for 40. Just the white ones.
How much you pay? How many did you get?
19 for $5.
Well, it's worth a chance, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take a chance on things when it's cheap enough, and if it's not worth anything, donate it to Goodwill and move on. Here we are.
Okay.
On to the next spot.
Yeah, we need to go.
On to the next. So now we're driving to get cash because Evan found at a garage sale while I was at a different one. A Thule, I think that's how you pronounce it, kayak rack for $100. Sells for $500. But we didn't have $100 cash on us at the point after being at the sale. So the guys agreed to hold it for us. I offered to give him 4 hours of Evan's labor to buy it, but he didn't think that was a good trade. So we got to go get cash. So we're driving to get cash for this kayak rack. Hopefully he keeps his word and he holds it. It's probably going to take us half hour a round trip. So here we go. And so we're back after getting cash, and I see Evan walking this way now with a box. He should be quite excited since he thinks it'll sell for $500 used, and he's just paid $100. Well, I paid $100 because I had to get the money to loan to him, but we'll sort that out. Are you happy?
Yeah.
What do you think you can sell for $500?
Yeah. Let's go.
You just paid $100?
Yeah.
Okay. What did he say to you?
No, I just said thank you very much. And it's like, no problem.
Cool. All right, go home now. All right, so we're back home from the sale, and we got a few good things. Not a ton, but we definitely got some good things. Evan obviously secured that rack, which he's really excited about. So let me just go through what it is we've got, and I've had an opportunity to kind of look up what I think things will sell for, and kind of go over it really quickly. So the first item I picked up was this Canon EOS XTI camera. I paid $10 for it, and it looks like it'll go for about $100. Then I got all these crankbaits, and it looks like they'll probably go for $100 altogether. Some of the bigger ones are worth more. You can lot them up pretty well and make some decent money on them. Now, Evan is interested in getting into the yarn and craft supplies, so he went ahead and bought a whole box of this floss or yarn or whatever you call it, and he's going to make some money on it. He's not sure exactly how much, but you only paid a few bucks for it, so he's super excited about that. And then these toys, we got 4 of them. They're not worth anything. We probably break even. We've got 4 of them total. I only got 2 here. $12 in, but we're probably just going to break even. And then I have these golf clubs right here. They were free. And so they're Callaway and TaylorMade, so should make some bucks on those. The 2 of them will go 40 together, and the other one will go for 40 by itself. If you never look at building supplies, take a look at them because they can be worth some bucks. We picked up some shower heads the other day for $10 each, and they'll go for 80 each. So we got 2 of them. And then Evan bought this today. It's this Brone vent, and he paid, I think, 10 or 12, and it'll go for like 150. So be sure to look at building construction stuff. And then here is the lift system, the rack that he purchased for 100 that he thinks is worth 500. And then quickly another construction item or home improvement item. This shower head here. I've never heard of this brand, but I paid $8. Looks like it'll go for 120 to 150, somewhere in there. Doesn't sell all the time, but if I peg it at 75, it should go pretty quickly. And what caught my eye was made in Germany. So made in Germany is something generally I want to check out because it usually means quality. So that's what we picked up today. I almost forgot one more item, and it's a decent one. I got a steamer. It's this Jiffy steamer right here, and I paid $5 for it, and it goes for just about 150 to 200 bucks. And it's actually small enough that once you break it down, it can be shipped. So pick that one up. I plugged it in, it powered on. I don't know if it still heats, so I haven't fully tested it. But actually found out that the woman who donated it was still at the event, and she said that it worked, so we'll see. Sat in her shed for a while. I'm wondering if maybe the bottom is rusted out on it. But for $5, totally worth a pickup to give it a go.